So I just sat and I watched some NBA G League highlights. The Santa Cruz Warriors at the new G League Ignite team. To be specific, they played each other. They have their own bubble and they're down there playing basketball for the G League. They don't really get to travel. They're doing a bubble thing. And it was actually pretty interesting. Of course, I watched it, seeing Jeremy Lin come back. He's on the Santa Cruz Warriors. I think he should be playing for the actual Warriors team. He's kind of getting screwed over, not gonna lie, but it's good to get him back in the NBA feel of sort of things in the G League. I guess that works for him. And if he's, gonna develop, well, not really develop, but get comfortable playing NBA basketball over again in the G League, then that's fine by me. Gonna look at the other team, that G League Ignite team has players that opted out of college and decided to play in the G League on this team, like Jalen Green and Isaiah Todd, for example. And it's just really interesting, see them bounce off of older players. I don't know if you guys know this, but Jared Jack, that Jared Jack is in the G League playing on the G League Ignite team. And from what I was looking at, played really, really well. He had 23 points in just 19 minutes. Kind of like that old guy you see at the park who's playing with the young guys, kind of showing them up. Yeah, that's kind of what Jared Jack was doing. And other players that really impressed me, like Jonathan Kuminga, he had 19 in 33 minutes. Jalen Green, like I mentioned earlier, had 11. Bruce Brown, I don't know if you guys know him. Bruce Brown, another kind of older player, had 8 points. He was running their point guard kind of situation there. On the Warriors side, of course, Jeremy Lin, he's coming back. Had 18 in that first game in 31 minutes. Jordan Poole from Michigan, he was on the Warriors last year. He's got sent out to the G League. He had 22. Nico Mannion, who they just drafted this year, top guy at a high school, white kid who can dunk. He had 17 in 32 minutes. So yeah, it's just really interesting to see these guys play and kind of see how the G League is turning out. I watched some other games and there are some really impressive players like Jordan Nwora on the Salt Lake City team. He had 26 points from what I heard. Jared Harper on the Westchester Knicks, he had 31. A team from Iowa, his name is Tyler Cook, he had 31 points. Just a really lot of interesting games and interesting players you can watch down in the G League. I don't think their games are being nationally televised. I think you can watch them on ESPN Plus, and that's it, which is a bummer. But the G League YouTube puts all their highlights up and you can watch those, and it's just kind of cool to see a lower level of NBA talent, but it's still NBA talent nonetheless. And you get to see these guys play, see what it looks like. It's just really interesting to me. There are a whole bunch of players who you might have heard of from the NBA, Alonzo Trier. He's down in the G League right now. Other players Trey Jones, he's in the G League. Like I said, Jared Jack earlier, Jordan Poole. All these players that, absolutely don't light it up in the NBA, but you get to see them light it up on these G League players. And it's honestly really, really fun to watch. Dwayne Bacon going to go light it up in the G League is absolutely fun. In the G League, they put out good players like Fred VanVleet and Pascal Siakam, Chris Boucher, Lou Dort. Duncan Robinson was in the G League for a little bit, I think. Josh Jackson is in the G League right now. Terry Rozier, I think, was in the G League. Damian Lee on the Warriors was in the G League. Frank Mason is in the G League. I'm sure you guys haven't heard about Frank Mason in a while, But yeah, Frank Mason is in the G League, and of course we all love Taco. Taco's in the G League on their affiliate team. So it's just really cool to see these guys absolutely light it up in the G League. Something they really, can't do in the NBA because of the level of talent is a little bit higher, but it's still basketball nonetheless, and it's not like horrible basketball. This isn't middle school basketball you're going to end up watching, especially because you have to pay to watch the full games. But it's not middle school basketball you're watching in these highlights. You get to see, like, some of these dudes are extremely athletic, like they can dunk like crazy, pull off sick moves once in a while, stuff you don't see in the NBA. You just see, three after three after three after three, and the G League can give you some entertainment that you really don't see in the NBA sometimes. It's not, of course, NBA level basketball. That's not what you're going to get, but you're going to get some crazy stuff if you go watch these games, and I'd highly recommend it, honestly. Other than that, that's all I really have to say. You guys know the drill. Stay cool, stay safe, have a good one.